Hi, welcome to Nomis Academy. In this video, we'll be learning about gradients and intercepts. Yes, gradients and intercepts. I believe you've heard the word gradient and intercept before. You are going to have a clearer picture of what they mean in mathematical terms. Gradient is the ratio of the rate of change of dependent variable and independent variable. I said again, gradient is the ratio of the rate of change of a dependent variable and independent variable. So gradient is given as m, and m is equal to y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So this is gradient. So gradient is also known as slope. And you see the y2 minus y1 is the change in the independent variables. Y in the equation of a straight line is an independent variable. Yx is a dependent variable. So you can see that it's the ratio of independent variable and dependent variable. So y2 minus y1 tells that there was a change in that variables, and x2 minus x1 tells that there is a change in that dependent variable as well. Also, we should note that in the equation of a straight line, that is always in the form y equals to mx plus c. M is the gradient, or the slope, the value of the slope or the gradient. So this letter y is an independent variable, and then c is the intercept. So we're still going to talk about the intercept later in this video. So let's go with the slope first. So this m now is the slope or the gradient in this formula. So to find the gradient, you can use this formula. Take note of them. You can use this formula, and when you have an equation of a straight line, you can find the slope from this formula or from this equation. Now let's talk about intercept. What's an intercept? Just as the word intercept. Intercept is the point at which a curve meets an axis. A curve meets an axis where one or two lines intersect. So when a curve meets a line, when a curve meets a line, probably you're plotting a graph and you've ever made something like this. Probably you plot a graph and you have something like that. So a point where this meets this. So supposing this managed to touch the curve. Let's say this touch. Oh, so let's say there is a touch here, so that this touch this place. So this is an intercept now. So that point of an intercept is this value of c. So in this formula, y is equal to mx plus c. This c stands for intercept. Why this m stands for gradient or slope. Gradient. Call it slope. Can call it slope. Can call it gradient. Why y is what now? Independent variable. And lastly, our x is dependent variable. X is dependent variable. So I believe you understood every part of this equation and of this same equation. Let's take some questions to find out the gradient and intercepts in a straight line equation. So let's take example number 1. So the example says, find the gradient and intercepts of the following straight line equation. Straight lines equations. So equation number 1 says 3x plus 3y equal to 10. The second equation says 8x minus 3y is equal to 14. And the third equation says 31y plus 27x is equal to minus 20. And the fourth one says 28x minus 16y minus 87 is equal to 0. So let's take them one after the other and find out the gradient and intercept in them. So let's take the first one. The first one, A, says 3x plus 3y, 3x plus 3y is equal to 10. Is equal to 10. So for we to get this done, so let's dive into the solution. We must state the form of the equation of a straight line, which is y equal to mx plus c. So because y equal to mx plus c, this equation must be made to be in this form before we can locate our m and our c. So I will now take 3x plus 3y equal to 10 and make y the subject of the formula. So this is 3y equals to 10 minus 3x. Divide all through by 3. So when you divide all through by 3, y is equals to 10 all over 3 minus 3 all over 3x. So you arrange it to look like the equation of a straight line. So y equal to minus 3 over 3x plus 10 all over 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So y is equals to minus 1x plus 10 all over 3. Therefore, m, the gradient, is equal to minus 1, and then c, the intercept, is equal to 10 all over 3. Let's take the second one. So the second one, that is B. B says 8x minus 3y is equal to 14. 8x minus 3y is equal to 14. So solution. So since y must be equal to mx plus c, then 8x minus 3y equals to 14 becomes minus 3y equal to minus 8x plus 14. So divide all through by minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. This cancel this. Y is equals to minus cancel minus 8 all over 3x plus minus 14 over 3. So y is equal to 8 all over 3x minus 14 over 3. So the value of m now is 8 over 3, and the value of c is equal to minus 14 over 3. M, the gradient, c, the intercept. So let's take the third one, c. C says 31y plus 27x. 31y plus 27x is equal to minus 20. Is equal to minus 20. So what do we do now? Make y the subject of the formula. So solution. Since y is equal to mx plus c, therefore 31y equal to minus 27x minus 20. Divide all through by 31. 31. 31. So this cancel this. Now y is equals to minus 27 over 31x minus all over 20 all over 31. That tells that m, the gradient, is minus 27 over 31, and C, the intercept, is equal to minus 20 all over 31. So let's take the fourth one. So D says 28x minus 16y, 28x minus 16y minus 87 is equal to 0, minus 87 is equal to 0. So solution. So since y equal to mx plus c, then 28x minus 16y minus 87 equal to 0 becomes minus 16y equal to minus 28x plus 87. So all of this, minus 16y remain at this side, and then 28x moves to the right hand side, so it becomes minus 28x. Minus 87 moves to the right hand side, becomes plus 87. So divide all through by minus 16, minus 16, minus 16. So this cancel this. Y is equals to minus cancel minus. So this is 28 divided by 16x plus 27 all over 16. You may choose to reduce to the lowest term by dividing this part by 2. So y is equals to 19 all over 8x plus 27 all over 16. So that m is equal to 19 over 8 and our c is equal to 27 all over 16. So m, the gradient, and c, the intercept. I believe you understood everything we did in this video. Watch them carefully, get them installed in your memory, and solve more questions related to gradient and intercept. Bye bye. See you in the next video.